back to Sarah's Joyful Journey. I am Sarah Joy. Today, I've got to start to get back on track because I've gotten extra fluffy and this is not acceptable. So Ghost and I are out on a walk and we're starting back to our healthy habits that have slid in the past week or so. Some more than others, but exercise definitely went out the door last week, and this week we've got to get it back in. So we're gonna walk and then I will give you guys an update as to what we're gonna be doing throughout the rest of this video. Ghost and I had a lovely walk. Then I came home and I've done some cleaning, got everything cleaned up, and I'm gonna go get in the shower in a few minutes and get ready to run my errands. But since I didn't really go into what this video is about, I wanted to go ahead and do that. So as you know, it's been, if you've been watching regularly, you know it's been a stressful, big year, lots of things, lots of changes going on in my life. Well, that has played a major effect in my weight. And it has gotten to a point where I am definitely not comfortable going back to. So I need to do something about that. And I've been trying to do something about that, but I was still too stressed to do something about that at the end of the day. Starting my new job this week relieved a whole lot of stress, and I feel like I am finally in the right place of mind to be able to tackle getting back to where I want to go and beyond, and to the rest of my goals. But this morning, I did get on the scale and I was 233 pounds. So I have put on 11 pounds in the past 3 weeks. Not okay with that. And I don't feel like I've been eating bad, but I definitely need to take a step back, look at what I'm actually doing, and focus on what I'm really supposed to be doing instead of being too relaxed, because I think that's been my thing. I've been too relaxed and I'm eating too many carbs and maybe even too much food in general, even though I usually let my hunger guide me, so I don't think I'm there, but I'm probably not eating the best type of foods for me. I know last week I ate 3 keto brick. Those are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They are good. Do I need to be eating 3 keto brick? Probably not. I should probably be eating steak, eggs, and meats and stuff like that. And that would be better for me and getting things back to where I need to be. So it's time to draw in the reins and be strict. So I've given this lots of thought. I know I had mentioned doing triple B&E, and I might still do that, but I think at least for a month or so, I'm just gonna stick with carnivore. I'm gonna allow me to have carnivore-ish, and the ish comes from that I'm gonna allow Celsius. If I want coffee, I'm going to use, instead of heavy cream, I already know heavy cream is a trigger for me, and I need to keep it to a big minimum. So I'm going to allow myself the keto brains. That doesn't affect me the same, but it's not carnivore. So I'm going to allow that in my journey because that is what works for me. And I'm not worried about the rules. I create the rules on what works for me. So I will allow that. I'm also going to allow flavored electrolytes. Some people say that that's not carnivore. And if that doesn't fit your carnivore journey, that's fabulous. You do you. I know that I love my flavored electrolytes. I do like the unflavored ones a lot more than I used to, and I will enjoy those. But my goal is to get this under control in a fashion where I can sustain it. And I need to get back to not eating convenience foods as much and focusing on cooking my food and eating the best food for me. So I figured I'd share you my stats, and we're just gonna do a little vlog series on how I'm going, how it's transitioning, how I'm feeling, all this kind of things, since you guys seem to enjoy those. But like I said, my weight was up to 233 today. My skeletal muscle mass is 73.4, which is low. It says my body fat mass index, and I'm dehydrated a bit. So I don't think this is entirely accurate on my in-body scale. It says I'm 102.1% of body fat mass, or I have 102.1 pounds of body fat, which is just doesn't seem right. But Again, I'm using the tools and I'm going by what the tools tell me, knowing that tools are flawed too. They're not perfect. My BMI right now is 36.5 and it says my body fat percentage is 43.8. That is probably fairly accurate. I don't think the 102 is, because like I said, I'm dehydrated, and when you're dehydrated, it just throws everything off on the in-body scale. I have definitely struggled with my hydration the past week, and even now it's 9 o'clock and I've been up since 5:30 and I still haven't even had anything to drink. So I'm not helping matters, but I'm gonna get something. Sometimes I just get into a groove and I just wanna get it done, and while I have the energy and the desire to do it. So I kind of like ignore all bodily functions, and including hunger, which is also a problem, but it's totally ADHD and autism. So I come by it honestly. And I do my best to change it when I can, but it's just who I am. So yeah, I forget to eat, I forget to drink. It happens. It's not going to change. I'm going to forget to eat. I'm going to forget to drink. It's just who I am at this point. But I am going to stick to what I call green light foods. And these are the foods that I can eat in quantities with no issues. And I'm still figuring out all of those. I know for me, ground beef is great. Lamb is great. Fish is good for you. I'm not a huge fish person. I don't mind a tuna every once in a while. And I like shrimp and some seafood. I keep trying to like salmon, and I thought I used to like salmon. I don't like salmon. I want to like salmon. I just don't. So I'm going to be eating a lot of ruminant animals like beef, bacon, lamb, stuff like that. I have some chicken, so I will take advantage of some chicken as well, and going to concentrate on basically BBE with a few other meats thrown in there. My goal is to keep my cheese to a minimum, because I can totally overdo cheese. So cheese is going to be one of those yellow foods. And Ghost is barking because there's somebody out there, so give me a moment. All right, let's see if he will be quiet. He might not. We had a 4-mile walk and he hasn't walked all week. So he is very alert and full of energy. We're gonna try to go for another walk tonight. But anyway, cheese is a yellow food for me, so I need to use it sparingly. Red foods are obviously like carby foods and keto baked goods in this regard. And non-keto baked goods, which I had one yesterday, but that's an annual tradition and it doesn't drive me, because I know that I enjoy it and I can put it into its proper place with once or twice a year splurge. I normally get one at Christmas too. And then I go 8 months without one, but I'm not going to be doing it this Christmas. So it was my splurge for the year, and that's okay. It's something that I really enjoy, and I'm going to just continue on with my life. So I'm going to document my workouts to a degree, or at least talk about them. I'm not entirely comfortable doing them on camera. I will share about them. I'll share about what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, how it's going, things like that. I will be having my husband get my measurements for me later, because I am going to go ahead and track those these times, and I hate tracking. I absolutely hate tracking, but I'm going to track because I need to, because there are so many different ways to tell that you're heading in the right direction, and I don't want to be delusional and not pay attention. And that's for my benefit, because I could easily be delusional and go, oh, I'm just fine. I'm eating all the right stuff. I can get going. I can keep doing this. And then I'm going to just keep gaining more and more weight because I'm not fine. So it is time to track and focus and get that done. Let me go stop booze. I'll be right back. So again, I think tracking for at least a little bit is going to be my friend and help me get back to where I want to go and get back to my goals. Because the lowest weight I got to was 209. So I'm up quite a bit from there, and we need to get going back down, and I want to get to my goals. So yeah. So I'm just going to document my process. I'm going to document how my workouts are going, how strength training is going, because I got to get that back in, because I haven't done that since I hurt my knee last year. So it's really been over a year since I've done any type of strength training, and that probably doesn't help my current situation either. So we've got to build it. and I know I'm perimenopausal, or yeah, I'm perimenopausal. I'm not going to say I'm menopausal, but menopause is not far off. I'm 46 now. I know that that's right around the corner, and all that affects and changes the way your body responds to things. So I feel right now where I'm at, I need to be extra vigilant. So I'm going to document my days, how they're going, what I'm eating, what I'm drinking, and just share that with you as a way to keep myself accountable and keep myself on track. And then, yeah, so I'm kind of excited about that. So today I'm going to show you my breakfast that I'm going to have here in a little bit. I have some leftover chicken wings from the other day. Going forward, I will not allow sauce, but they're really tasty and I don't want to waste them. So they're going to get eaten for my breakfast today. And then I just won't have sauce. I'll still have chicken wings, but I won't have sauce because sauce is a problem for me. So it needs to go until I can get things tightened back down and get good and get moving in the direction that I want to go. And then I can slowly just expand and add a little things. And then if they get out of control again, I got to tighten them back in. I have made huge improvements. So when I say things are out of control, I'm not talking way out of control. I'm talking a little out of control. Definitely I don't eat foods normally that I'm not supposed to eat. Everything I can eat, everything is safe and within a keto lifestyle. Just my portions and my quantities and how often I eat them are out of proportion. So I've kept with the keto safe foods for over 2 years now, with the exception of my birthday treat and Christmas treat. And I'm good with that. That works for me. It makes it sustainable for me on those things. And even then, this year, my treat, it was good, but I was like, I could have lived without it. So maybe next year I'll just ditch the birthday and Christmas treat together and we'll see how that goes, because I may not need that anymore, which is fantastic. So let's get breakfast going. Here is my breakfast. I have 8 leftover chicken wings from the other day. So I'm going to eat those. And then I have a Cat Element. And then I'm going to make a big Stanley of water soon too. And I'll check in when I eat again soon. Once I get my breakfast done, I have some errands to run. I'm going to go to a bookstore. I want to go to Target, and I've got to go and get some ground beef because I'm also going to be doing a meal prep video, which will be separate from this one. So lots to do today, and I'll check in when I eat again. I do have my big cup of water in my Stanley. It's just water this time. And then I need to go ahead and I need to take my Primal Queen. I take it twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. And I've been on it a week, and so far these are exactly as they claim. I did do a little short. I don't know if you saw it. That just tells you just a little bit of my experience on how it goes. But I'm seeing enough of a difference that I want to give it at least 3 months, and then I'm going to reevaluate in 3 months and see if I'm going to give it 3 more months and see how it goes. But yeah, feeling pretty good with it. And you are supposed to take it with a meal, so that's why it is been taken now. All right, I'm gonna go get cleaned up and ready to go run my errands. As you can see, I'm in the car. I am parked. I'm not going anywhere. So I went up to get in the car to go to the bookstore, and there were bugs all over my windshield, so I decided to go and get the car washed. And because Dutch Brothers is right next to the car wash, I decided to get Dutch Brothers on the way. So I have a nitro cold brew with sugar-free ice cream. And this is the first time I'm wearing this shirt. It's from Shein. I know a lot of y'all love it. I have hated everything that I've gotten from them. I don't like the way it feels. I don't like the way it sits. I don't like the way it fits me. I just don't like it. So I will not be wearing this shirt again, I don't think. Thankfully, it was pretty cheap, but it is not for me. All right, I'm gonna go get the car washed, and then I will head to the bookstore. So as I was heading to Barnes & Noble, I realized I was going past the Target, and I got a gift card for my birthday yesterday for Target that I wanted to use to get a book. So I'm looking through the books, and then I realized that they had these books. And it's kind of funny, actually, and I'm laughing because it is just like perfect. So don't think that this is like a dig or anything, because it's really not. It's just funny to me, and it just expresses me, and it makes me stupid happy to do what just happened. So yesterday for my birthday, I got 2 books, and I'm super excited about both of them. One of the books was book 4 in a series. So I'm totally showing my quirks. I can't have just book 4 in a series. Even if each book is standalone in their own way, I can't do that. So I had to go buy the first 3 books. And I used my gift card, which also made me happy. So now I have the whole series and I will get to them really soon. So yeah, the book, yeah, very, very exciting. So fun. I just got a big old chuckle when I saw book 4 in a series and I went, well, I'm going to have to go get more books, which is totally not a problem. If you are me, I could spend so much money on books and I will continue to spend a bunch of money on books. I know as I start earning incentives in my new job, I will be buying lots of books. Books are definitely my happy place, and I went through many years where I didn't really read, and I think that was just college and then a little bit after college. I just was kind of burnt because I had to read so much material. And now I get to read for fun and I love it. So heading off to Barnes & Noble to buy more books. Barnes & Noble was super crowded, but I did get 3 books. One was the last book I was needing for the adult Allie Hazelwood books. So I got Loathe to Love You. This is a collection of short stories. She has another one coming out soon. It's a mermaid one. I'll probably start another one of hers again soon. I've read 2 and I've loved them, so that's really good. And then everybody keeps telling me this one is fantastic. I don't usually do thrillers, and there's 3 books in this series, so I picked this one up because everybody, like I said, keeps saying it's fantastic. So I'm gonna give it a try and see if a thriller does it for me. And then this one is a brand new book, just came out, and it's a Snow White retelling. So I had to get it. It's called The Crimson Crown, and it's got sprayed edges. So I love sprayed edges. I can't wait to read that one. So now I have so many books and not enough time, and my TBR keeps getting longer and longer and longer. So I'm going to see how long it would take me to get to BJ's to get some hamburger, or if I'm just gonna run to Publix, and then I'm gonna go home and meal prep and read too many books, and I want to get started. So for dinner tonight, I made a steak and cheese wrap. This is the stir-fried beef that I used in my meal prep video. And I used an egg life wrap with the cheese hack. So there's cheese on the outside, egg life wrap, steak, and then a tiny bit more cheese in there in the top. So there's one for me and one for Matt. That is going to end day 1 back on my carnivore-ish journey. I'm going to go read a book. I'm currently trying to read 2. I'm reading Dr. Mindy Pill's Fasting Like a Girl. I want to get through part 1 today. I'm almost done with that. And then I'm going to go read a novel and relax because tomorrow's another work day. So we'll continue this video tomorrow. It is day 2 of my carnivore-ish journey. Last week I did eat breakfast before work. I'm not going to do that today. So I packed my lunch and I've packed some carnivore-ish snacks should I need them. I packed more than I think I need because I don't want to get myself in a position where I'm hungry because my lunch may be a little on the small side. And that's okay. I'll figure it out along the way. But let me show you what I have packed, and then I've got to get ready to go to work to start week 2 of training. So I'm super excited about that. Here is everything that I have packed for my lunch. I've grabbed some Element. I will not drink those all today, but I like to just grab a handful and then I can grab later. I have a sparkling Element. I did forget to grab a Celsius, so I'm gonna grab that in a minute. I have my water that sits on my desk with me. I have my steak and eggs, and then I packed 2 meat bars, 1 jalapeno beef, 1 venison, and some cheese wisps. So these are everything on my carnivore-ish meal. When I get home, I'll let you know what, if anything, I ate of those and how I'm feeling. And then tonight, I've got to go to the gym. As I mentioned, tonight I do need to go up to the gym. I was supposed to go at 4:30 this morning. Piper got up and she had an upset stomach at like 2 a.m. So we were up for several hours. And when the alarm finally went off at 4:30, I said, I wanted 30 minutes extra sleep and chose sleep instead. But I've got to take Ghost for a walk and I've got to go to the gym and start strength training. I did write down my measurements. I plan to check those at the end of September, which will give me about a month on that progress. All right, well, let me grab the Celsius and I'm going to head out the door. I think I'm going to go to Dutch Brothers and get some coffee this morning and call it good. So I will check in later. I did decide to stop at Dutch Brothers and get some coffee this morning. I know the lighting is horrible because it's dark, but I got my favorite nitro cold brew. No cream this time, but I did get sugar-free salted caramel in there. So that will be a delicious treat on the way to work. And now it's time to head down the road and get to work. Today has been a really good day. It is now almost 7 o'clock. I come home, I've been home for almost 2 hours, but I had things to do. So I got stuff done and I'm just now getting ready to start dinner. I didn't pack enough food today. I remember how I said this morning, which of course was like 30 seconds ago for you, that I didn't think I was gonna eat everything. That was a lie. I ate everything and was still hungry. So they put out snacks at work and they had peanuts. So I grabbed, it was a little individual pack of peanuts. Not the best choice. It's a yellow food. Probably should be a red food, but it was portion controlled. So, and I was hungry and I was like, well, at least it'll keep my mouth busy for a little bit and just kind of give me a decent fat and tide me over. So I did that, which was good. And then, like I said, I came home and I've had some work that I've got to do. I got the cutest birthday present. Let me go grab him so I can show you what it is because he just came today. So I'll be right back. Let me start out by saying I'm obsessed with this little guy. His name is Dougal. He came from my daughter. I got a Highland cow and he smells like lavender. Look at these guys. He does have his little eyeballs under there. But yeah, he smells so good and he's so soft. And it was so funny because I have an issue with textures and he feels good. Don't get me wrong. He feels good. But my daughter says, hold out your hands and close your eyes. So I hold out my hands and close my eyes. I nearly dropped him on the floor because I was not expecting that texture and that sensation because it felt really, really odd. And it was funny because she's also got issues. So I told her to close her eyes and stuck him back. And she goes, valid, that was weird. I shouldn't have done that. I'm like, it's okay. We both know now that we're very sensitive to that too. So it was a cute moment. But I love him. And like I said, I've named him Dougal. And I think once I get my desk at work in about 6 weeks, he may come in before I go to work, before I get my permanent desk. But definitely for sure, once I get my permanent desk, he's gonna come with me and he'll be lavender. So if I ever get stressed on a call, I can sniff lavender and that would be great. The other big thing that I've done today is I signed up for a paralegal certificate course, because I think that's the direction I want to go at the law firm, but I'm not entirely sure. So it was worth it enough, and I'm excited enough to sign up and put a little bit of money. It's more than a little bit, but I put some money on it and I signed up for the course. You get to make payments, which is helpful for me. But yes, so I will start my paralegal course this weekend. I'm planning on it. They say you can get it done as little as 4 months. I don't think I'm gonna get it done in 4 months, if we're being honest, because I don't want it to stress me out. So I think there's 16 lessons. I don't know how long the lessons are, but I'm gonna break it up. And my plan is to take about a year to do it. I don't wanna stress myself out. Plus I can't try to change anything in the firm for at least 90 days. And I wanna make sure that I'm liking my classes and that is really the direction that I want to go. But even if ends up not being the direction I want to go, I'll finish the class and I'll get the certificate. You're not required to have a degree. That is changing. You still don't need to have any formal like training or anything, but by having it, I can put that I have a certificate from the school and it can go on my resume. So it's not a bad decision. But anyway, I'm gonna make dinner. We're gonna make about the same thing that I made yesterday, but I'm gonna add an egg to it. So let's get started. is our steak, egg, and cheese wraps for our dinner tonight. I'm gonna have one, Matt's gonna have one, and we're gonna call that good. That is going to wrap up day 2 of my carnivore-ish journey to reassess and everything. I will go ahead and I will sign off now, and I will see you guys in an instant, but for me, it'll be tomorrow. All right, it is Tuesday, which is day 3 of my carnivore-ish journey. You might hear the bacon in the background sizzling. I am learning my lesson and making some breakfast this morning. I did wake up at 4:30, got dressed, went across the way to the gym. I did about a 25-minute workout. It was about 10 minutes of walking on the treadmill and about 10-ish minutes, 15-ish minutes, 12-ish minutes, something like that, of strength training. So that is done for the day. I am going to come home and do Tea Tuesday, which you will of course see before you see this video. And then I'm going to attempt to take Ghost for a walk. But I have my lunch ready to go, so let me show you what I packed. I just need to get my water and my breakfast made, and I'll show you what my breakfast is once it's done. Here is everything I'm packing to take with me from work. Some of this is going to live in my purse, so it may not be getting eaten. The Epic bars are living in purse, and so are the Wisps. They're there if this is not enough food. I did learn to always bring extra food because you never know. So yeah, these are if I need them, but I have some chicken salad in here, and then I have some steak bites, and there's a couple hard-boiled eggs. I have some of this pineapple, oh, I can't talk this morning, pineapple coconut flavored water. This is from Winn-Dixie, and it does have stevia in it, or sucralose, one of them, those two. So it is a sweetened sparkling water. And then I have my favorite current Celsius of the regular size cans. I love the blue, which I actually may just stop and go get a blue one before work and use that as my caffeine instead of coffee, because I don't really want coffee this morning. So that is my breakfast. I'm gonna get, or my lunch and snacks for work, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you what my breakfast is once it's done. Here is my breakfast. Yes, I am eating the same types of foods on repeat. I do that all the time, especially since this is easy. So it's an egg life wrap with the cheese hack that my friend Hope does. It's an egg, a little bit more cheese, and some bacon. And then I'm gonna take my Primal Queen. The nice thing about eating breakfast in the morning is I can take this before I leave the house, and I don't need to take it again until I eat dinner. 3 meals, it seems to be working well for me at this point, so I'm going to stick with that. These are smaller meals. I can eat a lot more than this. I could probably eat 2 of these and be full for most of the day. But I'm gonna eat a smaller meal, a little bit bigger meal, and then I'll probably have another one of these tonight, a little different variation, just because it's easy and quick. So it'll be like a smaller meal. So my lunch will be my biggest meal, but that's what I'm sticking with for today. Here is my dinner tonight. It's an egg life wrap. I feel like I've been eating these on repeat, and I have been because they've been easy. I've been able to take the stuff that I meal prepped, so I have some ground beef. And again, remember, I'm doing carnivore-ish, so I do have a little bit of tomato sauce, and I'm good with that. It fits in my ish for this because I definitely wanted that pizza type flavor. So that's what I'm having tonight, and that's going to wrap up day 3 on my carnivore-ish journey, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It is day 4 of my carnivore-ish journey, and I have my lunch ready to go, and I'm getting ready to make my breakfast. One thing that I will not show you my lunch is the Celsius that my husband is going to Wawa to get while he's getting me gas. But it's going well. So today is day 8. We get on the phones. Ghost is over here. He won't leave me alone. He's really excited, and he's been like that every morning. So it is what it is. So let me show you what I have for lunch, and then I will make my breakfast, and I'll show you what I'm gonna have for my breakfast as well. And then I got to get out the door in the next 10 or 15 minutes so I can go and get some coffee. Here's my lunch. I have my water ready to go. I still need to grab some salty. I am gonna have a Celsius, and there's a Topo. And then this is just some beef stew steak bites that I have right there with my fork. So that is my lunch today. Here's my breakfast this morning. It's a little bit of stir-fry steak and 3 scrambled eggs all scrambled together, and it's a little different, but I'm running out of time, so this should be pretty quick to eat. I'm gonna go eat that, and then I'm heading out the door to go and get my coffee and head to work. So I did my second Dutch run. I have a nitro cola. I did get a little bit of cream this time, and I got sugar-free chocolate macadamia nut because I haven't had any cream this week. So Wednesday, making it today for pretty good without that, and I didn't have cheese, so I'm kind of flipping, but that's okay. I wanted a creamy beverage this morning, so now I'm getting ready to head to work. Work went well today. I did take a call. It was my first call. We had lots of tech issues. At one point, my computer completely froze. And then we were supposed to be on with our advisors, and the rest of our training group was supposed to be able to hear our calls, which was both us and the client. Well, a lot of times the potential clients could not be heard. So when I took my first call, we were in the middle of all those tech issues. So I kind of got thrown to the wolves and had to figure out the call mostly on myself. I was shaking. My advisor did at one point come over because she was off talking to other people, and one of my coworkers went and flagged her down and brought her over so that she could stand next to me to like help me, because I was feeling like I was floundering, and I was getting to the point where I was just like, tech issues, I don't know how to operate, but you know, I got through it. Wasn't too bad. I just want to take like a dozen more calls, or even 24 more calls, and just get comfortable with the calls, because I think once I get comfortable with the calls and just the flow is actually really easy. It's just more or less finding what you need to find as far as supportive materials, like making sure we're saying the right script, which most of the time we can change what is said. There are exceptions, since it is a law firm. There are places where we have to speak verbatim. Those thankfully are pretty much provided for you. I couldn't even find the script that I needed to to handle the closeout of the call I took, because it wasn't available. So I couldn't find it. But it went well, so that was good. It is about 8 o'clock, so it's really late, but I'm still mildly hungry. And I haven't had dinner, so I'm just gonna have a creamy because that's what was in it. And like I said, I'm doing Carnivorish. It fits in my journey. So that is what I'm gonna have. It's orange cream. And that is gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. If you like it, be sure to hit the thumbs up. And if you would like to see more about my Carnivorish journey and hear more about my just journey through life, be sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so that every time I upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it. Have a wonderful and joyful day. Bye for now.